Hello, Joyful Soul community. This is Leti, and today is a beautiful day on planet Earth. Let's just take it all in. Take a deep breath, enjoy this moment. Wherever you are in the world, thank you and welcome to my world. My name is Leti Candelaria and Joyful Soul, and I am super excited to be with you again today. Thank you so much for joining my community. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed. I'm so grateful for you. And I hope that these messages are reaching your heart and touching you in a way that brings you joy, that brings you love, that brings you a different perspective of things, and that's helping you manifest whatever it is you want in life and manage any energies that you might be working through, dealing with at this moment. So what's today's topic? Well, you saw from the title, how to look at the passing of someone we love, how to look at death differently. This is something that that is very dear to my heart, because I sing, right? I sing. I started singing at church when I was 15, and I cantored mass for the Catholic Diocese of Monterey County for 35 years. Oh my gosh, that's like 2 lifetimes. It's humongous. It's super long. And after a while, getting more confident, more comfortable with my singing and everything, people would ask me to sing at their weddings. They asked me to sing at their anniversaries. And then I started getting calls to sing at funerals. And I used to just look at it as it was an honor. Always, for me, no matter who it was, to be there at their transition into this new life, right? The soul was, as I've said this before, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and the soul lives forever. We know that. So they're really technically, there isn't a death. I mean, the body dies, this little vessel, this little earth suit that we have, right? This body says, okay, donezo, see ya. And we're done. We're finished with this body. But the soul lives on forever. And whether however you feel, however you see that in your experience, whatever the truth is for you, that is how I feel. That is how I believe. And so I started singing at funerals. I started singing at memorial services and celebrations of life services. And at first it was kind of hard because I was so sad, and I was like, oh my God. And everyone's sad. We're all dealing with a lot of emotions, especially family members, friends. We miss this person. We want to honor this person, and we can't see them anymore. They're not on the planet. And I had a lot of reverence for that. I had a lot of respect and a lot of just mercy. I just asked God to help me, whatever it was that this family needed to feel during that mass, whatever it was that the soul wanted their family members to feel, to let me be that vessel, right? To let me be the microphone or that extension cord, basically, that just connected the energies together. And more often than not, I was. And there was no detachment. It wasn't a performance at all. It was a celebration of this human being's experience here. So it was always with a lot of heart that I would do these funeral masses and services. So as time went on, I started to look at, well, gosh, how can I look at this? My grandparents started to get older. My grandma was the first one that I could remember my adult life passing away. I had lost my dad's mom had passed away, and his dad years when we were real little. So it didn't really hit home as much. But when my mom's mom passed away in 94, gosh, that just knocked my socks off. I was so overwhelmed with what the feelings were. It was really hard. And she had to go in for heart surgery, and it just kept going after that. But I have to say, guys, it was beautiful to be with her when she passed away, when she went into the next phase of her soul life, right? Her transition, or her moment, her change. we were all there. There was a lot of us there with her. Um, I remember feeling so kind of a little nervous, like, what are we going to do without her? She was the matriarch of this family, oh my gosh. Um, but I held strong to my prayers. I held strong to the knowing that she was going to be in a better place and she wasn't going to suffer. I think that's anybody, I think, that has family, especially members that are sick. We don't want to see anybody suffer. Nobody wants to see anybody suffer, no matter how much we're going to miss them, right? So when they do pass on, it's like, oh, okay, they're at peace now. But I remember when she passed away, it was about 4 a.m. She finally took her last breath, but she rallied for a minute. And it was just this, for anyone that has been there with someone, when they do make this passage, this final ascent, um, there's a feeling, there's a vibration in the room. Um, we were all just with her. Some of us were praying, some of us were crying. Um, and I remember we were around her whole bed, all of us at the foot of the bed, the top of the bed. I was right, if this is her, I was right to her left, me and my sister. And there was a moment where she just opened her eyes. She sat up, she looked at everybody, and then she laid back down. And then this happened. And it came through, hit me, because it knocked my sister aback. And then she hit me. And then I went back and I thought, oh, what was that? It was like this intense wave of, it wasn't air, it was energy, life force. And I remember just instinctively, we all just looked up, okay. And then we looked outside and it had been a pretty still night. Well, let me say, there was this big tree that started just moving in the wind. And we all knew she was just, yeah, grandma, she was gone. And, I remember that memory has stayed with me forever because it was beautiful. It was beautiful to be there for her, for this moment, for her, big moment in this experience, right? Her passing. And so as time went on, my grandfather, he passed away too, about 3 or 4 years later. His was a little bit calmer. His was a little, different. It was a different experience, but we were all there with him as well. It was so peaceful. He was so peaceful. And he just wanted to know we're all okay. We're all right. I remember about a year before he died, or a few years actually, he started having these little stories and he would tell us, well, they're going to come pick me up. The guys are coming. Your grandma's sending me these men are coming. They're going to pick me up in the big car and we're going to go. I got to go take the money and pay the workers. And we were like, what workers, Grandpa? What are you talking about? He said, oh, your grandma's busy. She's been working really hard and I have to go and see. And I thought, okay, we just kind of went along with it. Well, he was always so happy when he would wake up. He said he got home, everything's great. And we were just like, okay, do. Well, that was years ago, guys. That was, gosh, 18, 15, 16 years ago. I can't even remember. No, it was way over 22 years ago now. And I've come to know a lot of new things. I've come to learn that we are spiritual beings having this human experience, and how we look at death. There's a lot going on right now. And my heart is just so open. And I'm just giving so much love out into the universe because I know the energies are strong. And I know a lot of us are losing people that we love, whether we knew they were going to go or whether they just got this diagnosis and all of a sudden. But I will say this. So I read this article. There was this one gentleman that posted this article and he got a message from spirit and he asked, why? And it was after the shooting of the kids in Texas. And interestingly enough, this is what he received. And the message was, when we come into this experience, we're going to be born, right? We're coming in, we're soul. So if we're sticking, right, we're soul, we're going to stick with that story. We're a soul, we're on the other side. And over there's all kinds of people that we know, that we love, that love us. And we are coming in. We're going to be born. We're going to be into this, have this new life. And they're going to miss us on that side, but they know we're going to be back someday. And so the soul says, okay, good luck. See you later. Love you. Oh my gosh, have a good time. And they watch us leave. We come down and we are born. And here there's a celebration. Everyone's excited. The baby's coming. Oh my gosh. The water broke and we're going to the hospital and all these things happen. And this baby comes into this experience and everyone is so excited. People can't wait to see the baby and the baby and the baby and the baby. And there's birth. Okay. So we're celebrating on this side. We're celebrating this birth, this arrival of this beautiful new soul, this beautiful baby. So, but when we have this life experience, right? And we know our parents or our grandparents are gonna, they're getting older, something's changing, they're gonna move on. And we watch that happen. If we're lucky, we do. But if we're not and it happens, right? We know they did that. We know they went through that. Well, I think what helped me reading that article was they're being welcomed on that side. So they're going back home and they're being welcomed with open arms, with joy, with love, with excitement, and like, oh my gosh, you're here, right? And so it's the same thing that the baby gets when it's born, hopefully most babies. And so this soul is being received. The soul is being received and welcomed, back and to this new place, right? And so it's the same glass. It's what side of the glass do you want to be on? What side of the glass are you on in that experience? Are you on the receiving end of this new life? Or are you on the other side, right? Going to the other side and knowing that you have family that is welcoming you. And you have a lot of things to share, lots of stories to tell. And oh my gosh, that life was so crazy. It was so great. It was this, it was that, whatever. But it's still, guys, it's a transition. It's just going from transitioning from one experience to another experience. And, recently I've had a lot of very beautiful people that I have had the pleasure and the blessing to know in this life. They have moved on. They've passed away. And I have done many funerals and just too many for me. It's been a lot in the last 2 months, more than normal. And one thing that I have to say is I am so blessed that I was able to share a moment, an experience, a season with these people that are now watching over us, right? Because the soul continues. The soul does live on and on and on and on and on. So if you've lost someone, know that they're there. They haven't gone anywhere. They're just like in another room. And if you really are struggling with it, talk to people who, or you can actually look it up online. Anita Morjani has a beautiful story about her experience, her near-death experience. Lots of people have had near-death experiences and they've come back for a reason. And the reason is to let us know, hey, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be sad. I know we're sad. I know we are. I miss my grandma. I miss my grandpa. I miss my old boss. I miss my friend. I miss people that I just was, I had this experience with and was thinking, I gotta call him. I gotta call him. Didn't, right? I miss these people. They're not on this planet right now with me. And it feels a little crazy. It feels a little sad. But I have to say that they are closer to me than I think. They are. And when I'm in the most joy, when I am having a barrel laugh, like just rolling on the floor, having a great time, or watching a real funny movie, and I stop and think about this person, I get this warm feeling inside. And I know that that is them literally feeling my vibration. And they're like, hey, it's all good. Still here with you. I've had a lot of experiences, guys, where I felt like there was something back here tugging my hair. And I know who that is. I've had dreams where I've had loved ones that have passed on come back and they tell me, how things are going. They want to know I'm okay, that everything's going to be okay and not to worry. Um, I can smell certain things, um, sense of a person that they always have that smell, right? There it is again. But also when, just certain things, it's just certain things. And I think with this transition that we're all going through with this ascension process of the world, um, there's a lot more energy in the world right now. So if you're missing someone that was a part of your life and that was very, very special to you, try to go into a place of joy. Think of anything funny that they may have done or said, or an experience that you had that was really beautiful and that you'll remember forever and ever. And know that when you do that, when you raise your frequency, they can come, they can be with you, and you will feel them. Sometimes it's hard when we have sad feelings and they're big feelings. We don't know how to manage it, especially at the beginning. So go through it, feel the grief, allow yourself to cry, allow yourself those moments of just kind of like, getting through it. You got to get through the weeds, guys. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's no timeline. I think sometimes people feel like, well, it's been 6 months. I should be a certain place, at a certain level. Your level is your level. If it's going to take you a while, it's going to take you a while. And if it doesn't take you a while, that's okay too. Everyone is different. All I will say is give yourself the time, allow yourself to feel the feelings, but don't stay down there too long because that is not going to be good for you. And you're still connected. Okay. So when you rise your vibration, when you rise up and you're in joy and you can think happy thoughts and you send love out to this person, they rise on their end. Okay. So try not to stay too far down for too long. Let them know that you are thinking about them. Plant something that you watch grow and know that they're growing on that side. Their soul is still growing. We are never done learning. We're never done. We can't get it wrong and we're never done. That's Abraham Hicks, guys. So enjoy the memories, enjoy what you felt and what you received from that beloved that is in another room, because they truly are literally just across the veil. They're not far. They're not far. I promise you. I've had many experiences where I've had loved ones just come through and they let me know they're okay. And it's in a dream. Sometimes it's a moment, right? But I also know now after reading that article that their death on this end was their return home on that end. And they were received with love, just like they were received with love here. Okay. So it's okay. Which side of the glass are you on? Okay. But I know it's tough. I know it's tough, but just hold the light. Know that you are light, that you are love, and that you are energy. We are all energy. This is our avatar. Okay. I picked this little avatar for this life experience. Okay. For this moment. And I'm happy that I did. I like Leti. I think she's great. She's fun. She has great hair. Let's do makeup. But I am a soul and you are a soul. So if this is resonating with you, it's resonating with you in your soul. Okay. Hope you got something out of this, guys. I hope you enjoy this 4th of July weekend. Keep your vibrations high. Be what you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. If you want more love, be love. You want more joy, be joyful. If you want more compassion, show more compassion to strangers, to family, to friends. And if you want more peace, then find it within and let it shine out. Okay? My theme song for from now until I fly is This Little Light of Mine. Don't you love that song? This little light of mine. I love that song. So I'm going to post a link to that song in this video. And when you feel down or you just want to see what song is it that she likes, what was that again? I don't remember. We learned it like in kindergarten or whatever. This little light of mine. And I'm going to let mine shine. And I invite you to let your light shine and know that your light is going out and they are receiving it and they're sending it right back. Love you guys. Have a beautiful weekend. Take care. From my soul to your soul. Namaste. And in this moment, you are loved. Aho, amen. Have a good day. Talk to you later, everybody.